Welcome to 2026. As we kick off the new year, I feel like one of the most important topics of 2025 was AI. So it feels right to just kick off this new year with a topic around my top used productive AI tools from 2025 that I am bringing into the new year. So today I want to give you my list of tools that increase our productivity, tools that we actually use on a weekly, even sometimes daily process that are AI driven. Now, they may not be 100% AI powered, but some of them are. And most of them, almost all of them these days, include components of AI. Some of them are tools that I have talked a lot about on this channel, and others are ones that I've never mentioned. So I figured I would give you my overview of the top 5 tools that we use, plus a couple bonus tools that are starting to creep their way into our repertoire. And then I do have a couple of extra business tools that I can never go without sharing just because they are so pivotal to our business. Stick around till the end. I have some great links for you in the description where you can find out more about all of these as well. All right, so like I said, I'm sharing our top tools heading into 2026, and these are real tools for productivity. All right, so the first one is one that I talk about a lot, and this is high level, or better yet, our version of high level, our agency Marketecs Engine. This is an all-in-one system. Yes, it is partly AI, partly human fed, but that's actually the beauty of this system. So I'm going to just take a quick moment. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this one, where I'm going to show you the AI powered pieces inside of high level. And these are expanding. These are ever growing. I did a couple of recent videos, even testing and comparing some of the AI builders. And I believe even just a month or two later, they're already improved. All right, so this is a quick look inside of our demo account of Marketecs Engine. And as you can see, this platform does a ton of things. But if we're talking today about AI, I'm obviously going to start on the AI agents. You can create voice agents and conversation agents. You can embed these on your websites. You can build knowledge bases, templates. You can use content AI. This is really the AI hub. There is an agent studio, which is up and coming. This isn't fabulous yet and not something that we're sinking our teeth into too much these days. Then if we look at automation, you will notice as soon as you open the automation, this purple button here, build using AI. So again, we've got some AI integration here. And then the next place that we notice it quite a bit is within the funnel builder. So again, building workflows, building pages, and then building actual AI agents within high level is all very possible and very doable. So, like I said, number one, I love to talk about high level. As you know, that's most of our videos, but we're going to move on from there. Number two is ChatGPT, or better yet, custom GPTs. These processes save us tons of time. We create custom GPTs for every single one of our clients that we work with, and they always tell us that our custom GPTs work way better than any other AI that they've used, better than going to ChatGPT itself. I have heard better than using Claude or Gemini or even Notebook LM, which I have heard really good things about recently. Even just watched a video on that this morning. AI is continuing to evolve. It's always going to continue to evolve from here on out. You're going to hear about new programs right and left. ChatGPT is now probably the OG model. For those that started in it early, this is the one that everybody started with. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. For me personally, I've been using it so long, it knows me really well. So the outputs are probably even more improved for that reason. So we use ChatGPT and custom GPTs for every repeatable process that we have. If we're doing something multiple times, we build a custom GPT around it, and it saves us a ton of time. I have a separate video that I did, actually one of my early videos, so don't judge, but a whole separate video that I did on creating custom GPTs. And if you look down in the description, we have a custom GPT for you that's all about funnel designing. It helps you design your funnel and it walks you through our process because, again, that's a repeatable process that we use with clients. So we built a custom GPT around it and we give that away for free. So go check the description. All right, and we're actually going to move on from this because I do have that whole separate video on building custom GPTs. But I will tell you, ChatGPT is going to come back up in just a few minutes. All right, number 3, Dscript. Now, there are a lot of video editing programs out there. Dscript has been our program of choice now for this year as we've been building our YouTube channel. This was one that was really easy for me to adapt and incorporate into my process. I could record videos on Zoom and import them directly into Descript. There was no exporting and re-importing process. I could just connect the two. I am able to easily edit my videos as someone who's not personally a high-end video editor. And when I first started with my YouTube channel, I hadn't hired a video editor yet. I have now, and I highly recommend that. However, Dscript made it really easy, and I still use it every single week to do those first rounds of edits or pull out clips, or I just want to take an old video and turn it into a quick clip that I can use as a YouTube short. This is a really fast way for me to be able to do that, not always have to rely on a video editor. There is a cost with Dscript, and there are a couple features also within their AI features, which are kind of cool, where you can ask it to help you create your YouTube description. You can ask it to help write the first draft of a blog post based on a video. So again, you don't have to even be using this just for video editing. You could use this to pull the content out of videos. So you could upload your Zoom calls, your client calls, and then you could ask it to, hey, create me a blog post based on my recommendations in this video. Maybe you're not even actually using the video itself. Just kind of an interesting tool, a great way to use AI for any video content you may have lying around. Now, I do know that some video editors out there are probably also going to mention CapCut or Opus Clips. I have not heard anything bad about those. I just personally haven't dug into using them, but I recommend you check them out. And if you are using them or you know the pros and cons between all of these, please leave a comment down below. We would love to hear it.
I'm interrupting this video to make sure that there is no confusion about high level or about how to work with me. If you want to try high level but don't want to waste months trying to figure it out, I have 2 very clear options for you to consider. If you're looking to build an agency or a SaaS business, head over to marketecs.com/high level. By using our affiliate link, which costs you nothing, you will get the following bonuses. Our Marketecs Engine Core Snapshot. This is all of the features that we install in every new Marketecs Engine user account, and we're giving it to you for free as an affiliate. Our onboarding guides and access to our private community. An invitation to join our weekly live office hours, where I personally will answer questions and even share tips that I've learned throughout the week. And I'm constantly learning. There is so many new features and things to learn in this industry as a whole, not to mention within the high-level platform. Plus, we'll give you our additional templates, checklists, and migration guide. That's option number 1. Option 2 is if you are a business owner just looking to improve your own tech stack and you don't want to do it alone. You would like a trusted strategic partner in your corner that speaks the language, brings you time-tested automations, proven strategies, and up-to-date learning. Then go to marketexengine.com and book a consultation with me to learn more about our high-level agency, Marketecs Engine, and joining our ecosystem. I am also currently offering discounts on one-on-one consulting to any of our affiliates and high-level users. So whether you're building an agency or building a business, pick your path and let's drive results. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
All right, next up is just sort of a general comment about AI note takers. I don't know about you, but I spend tons of time each week in meetings. Sometimes I say some awesome things that I just want to capture. So this is where recording your meetings, 1, comes in really handy, and 2, having this AI note taker installed. Now for us, instead of paying for another tool, we are just using Zoom's AI note taker. And I think that there's something to be said for the fact that AI is making us more productive. It's saving us tons of time. But the more tools you hear about, the more tools you're paying for. And sometimes you might just want to use the tools you already have instead of incorporating new ones, signing up for new ones. So that's what we've done here. I'm not saying that the Zoom note taker is the best. I know that there are other ones out there. I see them on every meeting I attend, but it's the one that's available and it's the one that we just happen to turn on, because it was easy. And I love having it. We take all of our tasks and next steps from those meetings. If we forgot to write something down, it reminds us of those things. And quite often, I find myself just forwarding that output that I get right in my email to everyone that was on the call. Maybe with a little caveat of, hey, AI didn't get this 100% correct, but here's the overview, right? And I can even take that as well as the transcript, put it into, say, a custom GPT and say, make me a blog post on this topic. The more you can feed into the AI, the better output you're going to get in a lot of cases. So this just gives me another piece that I can feed. All right, finally is Nano Banana. And I have been using this more and more for image generation. Images can take a long time. And don't get me wrong, we love Canva and we love all of these high-end image generation tools. However, if you're creating a social media post every day and you just need a quick image, sometimes AI is going to be a really good option. If you can create the right prompt, then you can create some really fast images. Even if you have to hit regenerate 2 or 3 times, it's still going to take you 3 minutes to generate 3 images instead of 15 minutes to create one from scratch that might be as good. So I highly recommend checking out Nano Banana for image generation. And this can be for YouTube thumbnails. This can be, creating carousels. When you're creating a LinkedIn carousel or an Instagram carousel, you now have to create what, 4, 5, 6 images for one post that there's a good chance nobody's going to see in 2 weeks. Why spend 30 minutes doing that if you could potentially at least try Nano Banana and see if you get a good output? Now, that being said, the prompt is key. And this is where I said we were going to come back to ChatGPT. So every time I do something within ChatGPT or with my custom GPTs, I often find myself ending that conversation with, now please provide me with a Nano Banana prompt for this presentation or for this ad or for this whatever. And I get much better results when I do that because at that point, ChatGPT has helped me through a thought process or through building a new campaign, or if you're using our funnel designer, it's helped you design your next funnel. And now you could say, please provide me a Nano Banana prompt for a cover for this ebook that I'm designing or for whatever it might be. So now I want to show you how I've been using this and what I mean by this and how easy this can be. First of all, I will mention that I am using a tool called FAL, I believe is how you would say it. And it has a bunch of different models within it, different video and image generation models, AI models that I can use, which is really great. You pay for credits, so there's no ongoing subscription cost here. You just pay for the credits that you use. And if you look at my recent generations, some of these should look pretty familiar from the slide deck I was just sharing with you from those actual slides. And so you'll see here, this was generated with AI. And if I go to the playground, you can see that all I did was upload my logo here, and I gave it a prompt. And where did this prompt come from? This prompt came from right here. It came from a Nano Banana slide prompt that I asked for in a custom GPT. The custom GPT is my video production assistant. So this is exactly how I'm using AI. I have a video production assistant that helps me think through my videos and my topics and searches through my database of things that I've said before and helps me come up with good ideas to talk about. And then I actually ask it for the prompt to put in and get the imagery. And that's how I got that slide. I spent 30 seconds creating this slide. It cost me 15 cents in credits instead of creating this on my own or having one of my team members create it. And that's how I was able to create this video, both the idea, the slides, all of it in about 15 minutes before I hit record. All right, I mentioned that we have a bunch of resources for you. If you go down into the description, you're going to see the link to this page here. And this page has AI tools, this has sales and marketing tools, this has operations and project management tools that we actually use in our business that we love. And so this is what I was talking about. These are the different things that we're using on a weekly or a daily basis. So I talked about ChatGPT, I talked about Dscript, I talked about Flux, which is the FLA, the one where I was finding Nano Banana here. It's this. And then there's HeyGen and 11 Labs. Those are two that I didn't mention yet. Those are two that we're now starting to use more and more for video AI clones and AI voice generators. And they're really, really powerful. We actually just launched a whole new series, which is my evil AI twin who gives bad marketing advice. So if you haven't met her yet, go take a look at our YouTube channel, go subscribe, make sure you get the next new video on this. And then if you come down to the sales and marketing, you'll see that we talk about Marketecs Engine, which is high level. And that was the first thing I mentioned, and that's what we talk about on our channel a lot. And then you'll see that we do talk about a couple of other things here. Again, we're talking about Canva. We love Canva, Google Analytics, WordPress, and MailChimp. We use all of these things. And then you will notice we get into operations and project management. And this is the core functions of our business. Don't always have to do with AI, but AI can absolutely be incorporated here. So Google Calendar, not sure how many people don't use that at this point. Doodle is a cool little tool that's been around for a while if you're trying to find the best time for a meeting with a bunch of people. We do use QuickBooks. Gusto is amazing for online payroll and benefits, anything HR related. Highly recommend that. I've gone through lots of different options for HR and payroll over the years. Love Gusto. And then Teamwork. Teamwork is basically the other hub of our business. Between Marketecs Engine and Teamwork, we run our entire agency. And Teamwork is all of our project management, tasks, timelines. Our clients have access to Teamwork. It's an amazing, amazing resource to run your team. Dropbox is file storage. Most people know what that is at this point. And HelloFax is just one of those outlying tools. If you ever have somebody that needs a fax, again, it costs you about $1. So I always throw this one in there because it's one of those problems that you really don't want to have to solve in a pinch. All right, there you have it. That is our overview of our top 5 AI tools heading into 2026, as well as several other tools that are creeping their way into our business and the productivity tools that we use on a regular basis to help us run our business. So if you enjoyed the content, if you learned something new, please make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment with the tools that you're using, and definitely check out the links in the description. Thanks.